What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. Alright guys, so today I'm hanging out with my buddy Josh, and this is my old 940, and it looks really sad right now, and we're gonna do some things to it. If you guys remember last video a while back, probably a month ago now, we took this thing to an Agassiz drift event around the circle track, and Josh was killing it. He was slaying, and then he went a little bit too hard and cranked the back end into the wall, which sent the front end around into the wall as well. So if you look, the car's pretty tweaked over. So what we're gonna do today, the suspension's a little bit bent in it. I think we got a bent strut, maybe some other stuff. So we brought all the replacement parts. So what we're gonna do is fix up the front suspension, make it so we can actually drive it. And then Josh is gonna put a permit on it, so it's got insurance, and we're gonna go out and drift it. And also, we're gonna show you guys how to straighten out a car without any apparatus. No frame straightening shop, nothing like that. Basically what we're gonna do is, you know, do just the opposite of what made it like this in the first place. We're gonna go and e-brake it at a wall in the back, and then for the front, we're probably gonna just smash it really hard. And yeah, it sounds pretty crazy to you guys right now when you're listening to this, but just watch, I promise you, this thing is gonna be a heck of a lot straighter than it was before we started this. So yeah, this is the first time the car's started up in about, I don't know, a month now. Let's see how the old 940 runs. Oh, like a dream. No problems. Oh yeah, listen to that open down pipe. Yeah, it's coughing out a bit of snot. Yeah, that's not working. It'll work though. So yeah, as you guys can see, the rear got pretty bent up. Oh man, the 940. I've had so many good memories in this car. This thing was really sweet. It's gonna be sweet again, I promise you. You know, the body's pretty far gone, but you know, it's still gonna run and drive, and it would be really rude not to get a bunch more drifting abuse out of it before it actually calls your quits and goes to the scrapyard. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video. This is gonna be really funny. I'm pretty stoked. Okay guys, so in the trunk here, looking at the frame rail damage and how much it bent, look at this big kink right here. So it's probably similar on the other side. Yeah, so if you look right here, that bent over probably a good, like, I don't know man, that's like a good 4 inches. So I'm gonna use my professional e-brake skills, and I'm gonna smack it so hard on this side that it'll basically be right back to normal. Brand new Volvo 940 after this, I promise you. So yeah, we're gonna go put insurance on it right now and then get to work. Okay guys, so we're starting to pull this apart here, and so the reason this thing had so much camber, and it looks like the strut itself bent. So there's a little bit of kinking in there, so the knuckle kind of tilted in this way, which gave the car crazy camber. And it looks like the strut rod right there is also a little bit bent. So we're gonna replace those two things, and if you'll notice, this car has the modded knuckles that my friend Cody Ross made. As far as the knuckles in any car I've ever had, the gold car has some knuckles as well. I didn't build them. It was a guy from the island. He's a BMW drift team called Riot Ready, I believe. Pretty sure that was who built the gold ones, but Cody Ross did a really good job on these ones. These are my favorite knuckles that I ever had. They give crazy angle, and I didn't really get over centering with them. So we're gonna put in this whole strut assembly. It'll just be a lot easier than taking the knuckle off the strut. So yeah, after that, well, it'll be nice because we'll have these knuckles out, and then we're hopefully going to get our buddy Aaron Glendon to make us a jig so we can replicate these knuckles, and then we can put these knuckles on, you know, every single Volvo that we get, which would be really cool because they feel really good. I'm a big fan of the angle that they give and stuff. So yeah, for now, this car is just going back to stock angle, and then while we have these knuckles out, we're gonna make a jig so we can replicate them, and then eventually we'll throw them back in here. But yeah, whatever Josh wants to do, we'll see the fate of this car. We'll see where it goes, essentially. But yeah, so we're just gonna take the strut rod out and disconnect the ball joint from the whole strut assembly here, and then we'll just swap that whole piece over. So when I have it out, I'll compare it with the modified so you guys can kind of see what the difference is and what they look like side by side, and I'll kind of explain what gives the angle to. Really, it just changes the pivot point, so the tie rod attaches right here instead of out there. So the same travel of the steering rack will give you more turning. So yeah. Alrighty, so we got the knuckles out. We just have to take the tension rod, the strut rod out, replace that. The control arm looks like it's all good. That didn't even bend. And so here we go. Here's a comparison of the modded knuckle compared to the stock one. So here's the modded knuckle and here's the stock one. You guys see how close this tie rod attachment is to the strut right here? Now look on the other side. See how far it is? So all that's really being done is this is being chopped out right here, and this is moved in and then welded closer. So what we're gonna do in another video, we're gonna give this knuckle to Aaron, and he's gonna bolt some sort of plate into right here, and it's gonna give us basically a mock-up, and that's gonna be our template for making more of these knuckles. So this is gonna be really cool because you know, why not have modded knuckles if you can, right? They're a lot of fun. You can do, it's not good, I'll say this right now, guys, it's not you know, it's not necessarily good when a person hops in a car, they've never drifted before, and they straight off the bat have, you know, modded knuckles and all this crazy stuff. In my opinion, it's better to learn on a really basic car, because if you can drift a car with like shitty steering angle, low horsepower, and bad suspension, you hop in a good car with modded knuckles and stuff, and it feels just super easy. I learned in like some really haggard cars. Like the first drift car I ever had, it wasn't a drift car, but it was a Toyota Celsior with an open differential. And you know, when you have an open differential, that car had a 1UZ V8, so it had a bit of power. But all you'd have to do is just give her balls, and speed and momentum basically was the way to get it drifting. So yeah, in my opinion, the best drivers always start in a really basic car and then move up from there. It gives you a better idea of just how drifting works and the different techniques that are involved. There's manji, there's, you know, weight transfer entries. Yeah, I mean, when you have the power to play with, it's a lot easier to get yourself out of a sticky situation. Say you like lost too much speed and you started to bog down. You know, in a car with power, you just get back on it and you get it going. But with a car with low horsepower, you really got to pick your lines properly. And that's why it makes it kind of fun. And, you know, it improves your driver skills substantially because you don't really got much to work with. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But so this is going to be cool. I'm really stoked to have replicas of these knuckles. For now, we're just gonna throw these in because that one's not bent. So yeah, we'll throw those in and then we're pretty much good to go. We're gonna go find a place to straighten this old 940 out. Oh, some custom frame straightening. Oh, God.
Let's see this.
All right, guys, so we got everything back together. The new struts are in. No more knuckles, unfortunately, but hey, at least we don't have bent shit everywhere. So yeah, I think we're ready to take this thing for a little rip. Josh has the insurance plates on it. We're dealing with a little bit of a fan issue. We can't get the fan going, but hey, that's not a huge deal. We're not gonna rip it too hard. We're gonna go find somewhere with a good wall, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I bend this back simply using an e-brake and my driver wheel. Alright guys, so I'm in the 940 right now. And this car is awesome, man. It's a piece of shit now. It's a little bent up, but feel this, it still goes really good. Third gear. Oh man, it's like, it pulls pretty hard still. Me and Josh are gonna try to find a straight road, and we're gonna race this 940 against his Mazda Speed 3. So that's a 2013 model. Those are the ones that make about 260 horse. So yeah, we're gonna try to find a road here, then take it for a little bit of a race. We'll go 1, 2, 3, boom, okay? Smoked the Mazda. Okay guys, so wind. We just stopped on the side of the highway here, and yeah, you like that outcome of the race? So we did a second gear roll into top of third, and the 940 fucking smoked it. Like, this is a, you know, it's a pretty healthy Mazda Speed 3, and it's manual transmission and stuff, and I don't know, man, there's something about this 940, like it hauls really good. It's got a 20T turbo on it with a billet compressor wheel, and I was running about 14 pounds of boost right there, nothing too crazy. But damn, dude, I think this setup's almost more potent than Goldie, just with all the mods put together. Maybe I have like a boost leak in Goldie or something, man. Like, this thing just hauls. Anyways, okay guys, sorry for the wind, I apologize. I need to get a new mic for this camera, I know. So, we're at the spot where we're gonna do some smacking. If you guys look over at that barrier right over there, that's what I'm gonna do. So, Josh is gonna film, and basically all I'm gonna do is hit it on the other side just as hard as Josh hit it on the right side. So I'm basically gonna come at it and e-brake as if I was doing like an e-brake entry, and then I'm just gonna purposely wall tap it as hard as I can because Josh hit it fairly hard on the track. So yeah, and then we're gonna see how the back end goes. We're gonna straighten out the back end, and then once we get that to, you know, decent spec, we're gonna see what we can do with the front end. And I think for the front, we're actually just gonna drive at the wall on an angle. We don't have any cool rims on the front right now, so we're not gonna damage any nice wheels. We got those shitty Steelies. I took the signal lens out, so nothing's gonna get damaged other than the bumper, and I think we're gonna be able to get it pretty straight. So yeah, let's do that. I'll put the GoPro on, and you guys can see what it's like hitting a wall in my perspective. Okay, now let's get out of the car and see what happened. Okay guys, so oh man, it's super epic. I just basically straightened it out. I actually hit it a little bit too hard. I'll show you the before right here. And then here's what it looks like now. Not too bad. Okay, so I think we're gonna go a little more on this side, just a tad, and then we're gonna do the front. So yeah, actually I'll show you guys the front right now. Okay, so if you look at how bent over the front is, we got our bumper sticking way out, so I'm just gonna drive it right at the wall. It should work pretty good. Corrective wall tap. Okay guys, so front tap. I guess I should wear a seatbelt for this, that would be smart. Okay, seatbelt's in, we're good. Dude, she's good.
That's good.
It's pretty straight.
I'm happy with it.
And there we go, guys. I'd say that's as good as we're gonna get it. It actually looks so much more straight now. That's so epic. Dude, this thing's fucking straight. She's ready to be drifted. Wow. I'm honestly pretty proud of myself for that. Like, I've never done, you know, I've done corrective wall taps before, but never to this extent. And this one, oh my God. There's grain all over the ground. I just stepped in it, now it's in my shoe. Yeah, no, it looks pretty good in my opinion. What do you guys think? I think that's ready to go. I think that's as straight as we're gonna get, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, so while we're here, we may as well do a bit of a drift. So I'll see what I can do. Okay guys, I'm just hiding from the wind. It's really, really windy. Okay, so we got the back and the front fairly straight. I just want to do a little more correction on that side, on the left side, right side, sorry. Yeah, right side needs a little bit more of a tap, and nothing too crazy, just slightly, and then we should be good to go. I like how straight the front is. We're probably not going to get it much better than that. So yeah, let's do it. Okay guys, that is as straight as I'm gonna get it, I think. It could use a tiny bit more, but we'll save that for another time, because the more you bend it back and forth, the weaker the chassis gets, so you don't want to do this too much. But yeah, I'd say the 940 looks a lot better than it did before. Yeah, we're gonna go do some slides at a little skid pad that we know of, and then that'll be a wrap up of the video. So I'd say that's pretty successful. Alright, so we just stopped at Josh's parents' house here, and just for a little bit of pizza, you know, halftime show. And I figured I'd show you guys just quickly what Josh and his dad have been working on for the last little while here, a couple months. So that is a 2JZ turbo, so it's got the stock twins on it, and yeah, it's in an S13 coupe. So it runs and it drives, and it's like, you know, pretty close to being tuned here. So we're not going to go for a rip in it right now because it's hitting fuel cut and a couple other things need to be tweaked, but it's pretty much close to completion. So we're going to be featuring this in another video. Me and Josh will go rip it somewhere and, you know, film a little bit of an episode on it. But I figured I'd just show you guys this. So yeah, something to stay tuned for, that's for sure. So yeah, we're going to go drift the 940 now. Alright guys, so we arrived at the skid pad right now. Yeah, we're just gonna do a couple laps and get out of here and wrap up the video, because you can't really stay at this place all that long. There is houses way down that road that could possibly complain, but it's a pretty good spot. So yeah, I'll throw the GoPro on and fucking give her. guys, yeah, I'm used to a car with knuckles, so that wasn't my greatest display of driving ever, but hey, what can you do? Good time still. Josh is gonna go for a rip now. Let's see what you can do in his own car. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel I do for Volvo drifting.
Wow.
Yeah. This is Josh's car.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's
Volvo?
Volvo, yeah. Alright guys, so a random bystander named Thomas pulled up. He's from Argentina, so I guess he's doing like a trip down from Alaska down here and stuff.
Yes, I'm driving south, like for almost a year.
Nice.
I started in Anchorage, and I'm driving south.
Cool. Right on. Well, so yeah, he came here at the right time because I'm going to take him for a ride in the 940. Let's do it up. Alright guys, that was a lot of fun. That was cool that I got to take some random dude for a rip in this thing. Awesome. So yeah, I guess that's a wrap up of our video here. Josh is gonna park this car here and leave it at his dad's house. And listen to this. That is the tire leaking air. So it looks like we stopped it at just a perfect time. We got just enough tire pressure to get us back on the highway to where we are now. So yeah, guys, make sure to check out the Drifts and Lifts store if you haven't already. Appreciate it. All you guys have bought in like lots of stuff. And yeah, I hope you guys all like the design. I'm super stoked on it. Davis did an awesome job. So yeah, check out the Drifts and Lifts store if you haven't already for merchandise and that kind of thing. It's a great way to support the channel and you get some cool swag while you're at it. So yeah, I guess that's it. Something to look forward to. I'm going to be doing the motor swap on the black wagon pretty soon here. I think Monday, me and Dan are going to get that done. So I'll be documenting all that on Monday when I do the motor swap. I'll go through how to, what we do. And honestly, as far as motor swaps go, a red block is one of the easiest cars you can do it on. So yeah, that and then the A-Tractor. So me and Josh with this 940 and Jake is going to bring his wagon. Early September 2nd and 3rd, we're going to be going to the Drift Union Matsuri up in Penticton, BC. So I'm hopefully going to be bringing the A-Tractor, the Volvo drift truck, as some would know it. And we're going to try to have some triple Volvo tandems. So yeah, other than that, Goldie's going to be going. And once I do the motor swap on the black wagon, I'm going to be putting that back on the road and going through some more mods with it. We got the knuckle jig, so we're going to get Aaron to replicate knuckles for us. So, you know, all my cars are going to have knuckles now, which is going to be awesome. So there we go, guys. I think that's it. Like and subscribe for big floppy Volvo titties. Peace out, guys.